What's going on, guys? I'm here with my client Abdul Janakru, and today we just have him on here. We're gonna ask him some questions. Abdul's been working with us how long, Abdul? About like 8 to 9 months, would you say? Something
About
like
9 months now, yeah.
9 months. Yeah, so he's been rocking for a while, almost on that year mark. But yeah, man, we have you here right now. We just kind of want to ask you some questions, and the individual watching this is probably a network marketer. They're probably on the fence of getting started. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about your background and your business?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit about my background. My name is Abdul Crew. I'm a CEO of my own business. I run a financial brokerage, partnered with a company called Global Financial Impact. I've been in business for the past 6 years, and I just remember the grind, what it took until I met Dylan. I would reach out to people consistently, sending DMs. It would take hours away from my business, my family. And I was blessed enough to be able to come in contact with Dylan, and he was able to share with me a little bit about his business and how he's able to help entrepreneurs in this specific space. And my business has completely transformed ever since, right? So definitely very grateful for the connection that we've made. And I'm excited to be able to share with you guys a little bit on how this business has been able to help me and how it can help you guys as well.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful, man. What would you say is like that biggest like bottleneck you had? What I mean, you kind of like mentioned the cold outreach. Would you think that was like the biggest thing holding you back from just like getting more momentum in your business?
Absolutely. I had a lot of cold outreaches that I was doing. And like I mentioned, it would take me like hours just sitting there, just filtering to hashtags and looking at people's profiles and just reaching out to a whole bunch of people. And that time that I could be using to spend with my kids, I'm telling my wife, hey, hold on, let me send 10 more DMs. And now it's the complete opposite, right? I have more time to be able to focus on scaling my business, which is what I actually enjoy doing. I don't mind the grind, but if I can do what I love instead of that grind, I would definitely choose that route 100% of the time, right? So that I mean, that's what I would say to that. The biggest thing was definitely that cold outreach. I don't know how I used to do it. Now looking back, I'm like, man, what the heck was I doing with my life, you know? But definitely grateful now that I don't have to do that anymore.
100%, man. How long would you say like that was going on for? Like the whole cold outreach. I mean, you were in business for years prior to me working with you. So I'm assuming you were doing cold outreach probably for years prior, no?
Yes, most definitely, right? So before COVID, I would have to go out and about to networking events, connecting with other entrepreneurs or other people in general. I would meet people at a gas station and be like, hey, man, are you keeping your business options open? And then COVID hit and we couldn't do that anymore, right? So we all had to transition to social media where I'm reaching out to people on LinkedIn, Instagram, heck, man, all social platforms, you name it, I've done it. And yeah, like I said, it was definitely a grind, right? And I got a lot of good results from it, don't get me wrong, because no matter what, if you're consistent in anything, you're still gonna win. So it's not like I was struggling while I was doing that, but it was just taking a lot of time away that I could be using to do other things to help my business scale.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Did you like try anything besides like before working with us to try to avoid that cold outreach? Like, did you try working with like any other marketing agencies or try any other like routes that could have given you that leverage prior to working with us?
Yeah, man, I've spent thousands of dollars, man. I spent it with I would say about three marketing agencies that made all these promises to me that they were going to deliver results.
Mm.
And yes, I might have gotten some results here and there, but it's nowhere near the results that I've been able to get working with you, right? So, just to kind of give you guys an idea, I met a gentleman right in the midst of COVID, and they promised me all these results, right? And I spent almost $5,000 working with them, and literally, I maybe got like two results from it, and I didn't get a chance to even break even from those two results, right? So, um, for anybody out there who's just looking into getting into this specific area when it comes to their business, I definitely recommend Dylan, right? Because not only has he been able to deliver on those results, the results I've been able to make my investment back 20 times more, right? So I would highly, highly recommend working with Dylan. I have more peace of mind now. I could go to sleep knowing that I wake up and the next day I got 20, 30 people reaching out to me consistently. So it's just been amazing. I love the experience. 10 out of 10 so far.
I love to hear that, brother. That's literally what our dream goal is when working with clients is like, how can I just like print you unlimited leads, bro? And like the beauty of it is like it's not even just giving you leads. You're literally building your influence as we speak. You know what I mean? Like, and there's more that can come with that. You know what I mean? There's definitely more that can come with building your influence, bigger business opportunities. You can get invited to podcasts. There's so many different things that come with it. And like I always tell clients, like that's not even like that's just like a cherry on top is the leads, of course. But I definitely do see, bro, like you continuing to work with us, like especially if we scale you and like get you into YouTube, bro, tons and tons of like success can come from that for sure. 100%.
Yeah,
So
I definitely agree.
100%, man. Um, so I know you said like you know, I noticed one thing, man, is like we manage your socials, and I noticed you get like a ton of reach outs, like a ton of people reaching out in the DMs, like, oh, we can do this for you, we can do this, do that for you. But I noticed you don't respond to them. So obviously you have an abundance of people trying to come to you and like work for you. Why work with us, bro? Like why work with us over them? I'm just curious, like what your answer would be to something like that.
The reason why I don't respond, actually, I get like 10 people every single week. Hey man, send me your video. Let me customize it. Let me show you how you can do it better. And to be honest, man, I just love working with Dylan personally because I love what you stand for. I know for me in our business, we're a faith-based company, right? And seeing that you're very faith-driven is something that inspired me to work with you initially, right? And then also that genuine connection that you have with all your clients and just actually like uh, seeing you grow as well is a big thing, right? So for me personally, I'm all about growth and advancing and seeing you go from where you were at the beginning when I started working with you to where you are now. I see that you're not complacent and you're also striving to grow and expand your business, and that's what I stand for, and that's what I'm about, right? So, I think that's the biggest reason why I choose to work with you over anybody else, right? Because so many people could get to a point where they have a few clients under their belt, and it's very easy to stay complacent the moment they start to make that 20, $30,000. But I see that you have a big vision of what you want to do. And I want to be a part of that vision. I want to be like, hey, man, one day telling your story on how you started. I started with you, and now seeing what you've been able to build, the empire that you've been able to build, right? So I think that's personally the reason why I'm still working with you, and I plan on working with you for a very long time.
Wow, brother. Yeah, that's deep, man. I'm definitely on the same page with you as that. Like I feel like, when I first started, bro, like you saw it, man. Like completely 360 turnaround as far as like the quality and the results and stuff like that. So, definitely on the same vision with you with the long term, bro. Like you've been an amazing client and I'm just genuinely excited to see, what else is to come with this, with working with you and seeing how we can continue to grow your business and grow Abdullah Jana crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, what would you say, like, when you first came into business, if I were to ask you, like, quantitative number, like, do you remember, like, what your monthly revenue was looking like when you first worked with us versus, like, maybe one of the good months was after working with us? Do you remember, like, maybe something you could share around that for anybody that's, like, just curious to hear about actual numbers?
Yeah, I mean, most definitely, right? So as far as like being a grinder, I was already a grinder because I have two kids, I have a wife and family to feed, right? So I was making anywhere from 25 to $30,000 consistently already. As far as like net take home personal income. As far as a business though, we were doing around like $150,000 in revenue for my entire business. And then shifting to work with you. Now, as far as like take home income. I'm able to bring anywhere around like 50 to $60,000 consistently now.
Wow.
And that's been consistent over the last, I would say 4 to 5 months.
Wow.
It's just great to see that I've been able to double my income,
Yeah, bro.
just being able to leverage some of the strategies that you've put in place as far as helping me with my marketing. I felt like that was just the biggest hole that I had in my business, right? Because as far as like coaching people and teaching them the skills and being able to really help them get the results in my business, I was really, really good at it. But as far as being able to get the inventory or being able to get as many people through my training funnel and training system, I was kind of lacking in that area. And it's been a complete 180. And I know probably in the next 3 to 6 months, or we're going to double the income that we're currently making as long as you keep growing with us and you keep leveraging we keep leveraging the strategies that you've put in place for us.
100%, brother. Dude, I love to hear that, man. The fact that you've doubled your business is like, that's amazing, bro. I'm genuinely like very, very pleased and happy that our strategies are killing it for you. That is absolutely amazing, bro. What would you say are like as far as like you being on this journey with like Divine Reach and myself, what type of like growth have you noticed inwardly with yourself when you first started filming videos with us versus now? Like what kind of transformation have you noticed within yourself, would you say?
Man, it's a big transformation, man. I'm still kind of like surprised myself sometimes as I'm like making videos and stuff, right? Because I'm a big introvert by nature. I mean, when it comes down to, for business, I'll always find ways to get myself out of that comfort zone. But the reason why I wasn't in the content space for a while is because I'll always tell myself I hate my voice or I hate how I look on camera. I don't look perfect. I don't have the lighting, all this stuff. And I used to give myself all these excuses on why I didn't want to start making content. So I remember at the beginning, right, where we would film and I would stutter, right? And I would have to say the same lines maybe like 10 times just to get it perfect. And I was in my head and you being able to coach me through that. And now I remember it taking like almost 3 hours to make our content with like 10 videos. Now I'm able to get that done in like 45 minutes. Why? Because I feel a lot more confident on my delivery and all that stuff, right? So I know the growth for me for sure has been tremendous.
Yeah, bro.
And it's not only helped me like making content, but it's helped me in other areas when it comes to my business as well, right? I feel like I became a better leader, better communicator, and all that good stuff, right? So the growth as far as like being able to make content for anybody that's looking into getting that done for their business. It's gonna help you more than you think, right? It's really gonna help you become the better leader that you need for your specific business to grow, because now you're gonna be able to influence people in a different way, right? So, highly recommend. That's what I would say to that question, brother.
100%, bro. And dude, I've gotten so many people like t talking to me about your transformation, bro. Like it's just a clear night and day. You know, and, like you blossoming up and really just starting to get comfortable with the camera and everything. Not even just the camera, but with your audience. Like it's really just like a remarkable thing. And I've noticed it working with you these, past couple months. Like it's just insane, bro. Like the growth has been there every single time I show up. You're a different person. You're never the same person. It's always more confidence when I'm there every single time. And that's the beauty of it, bro. Like it's not even just like growing your business, it's also growing yourself as a human being. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a win-win situation. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
What would you say are some things like if someone were to work with me, now that you've worked with me, what are some key characteristic traits that person needs to have in order to really find results with Divine Reach? Would you say?
Yeah. Um, Now, in order for you to be able to get results, right, the biggest thing with any business or working with anybody, number one is being coachable, right? Dylan knows what he's doing. He's a subject matter expert when it comes to this line of work, right? So I know in the beginning stages, we would be going back and forth like, oh man, Abdul, what do you think? I'm like, hey, listen, I'm gonna listen to exactly what you say because you know how to get the results that I don't know how to get, right? So I would be a fool not to listen to everything you tell me to do, right? So if you're looking to work with Dylan, that coachability aspect is very important. Number two is being flexible, right? You got to be flexible. Sometimes you might want to do something a certain way, but you're looking at a completely different viewpoint that Dylan is looking at it from, right? So be flexible to feedback and critiques, and be open to get coached, right? I think that's another big thing. And last but not least, is just You just got to be like abundant, right? Because most people, they're just like
Mm,
looking at this as a cost instead of looking at it as an investment, right? So,
mm.
for me, from the beginning, even though like at that time I had a lot on my plate on all these different people that I'm paying, at first I was like, oh man, this is going to be a cost. But it wasn't until I started to shift my mentality. Hey, man, this is an investment in my business. That's when I start to see the returns, right? So maybe in the beginning stages, like let's say the first month, you don't necessarily get the results and you don't take off right away. You got to have faith that it's going to work out for you, right? So that abundant mindset is a very, very big thing. So I feel like if people have those three things where they're coachable, they're abundant, and they're willing to be flexible, there's no reason why they can't win working with you.
Killer, bro. Yeah, those are three. Like honestly, bro, like I asked you that question and I already have them in my mind, but you hit them like every single one of them, bro. Like that's honestly what it is right there. You know what I mean? And we've definitely had clients in the past that have struggled to have those characteristic traits, and so they don't really see the results. You've gotten amazing results, so of course I want to ask you, being like this person that's seen so much results is like, essentially what characteristics got you those results? Because it's not just me, it's definitely a partnership, right? Like I can
Mhm.
make you look amazing. I can give you the strategy, but obviously the client plays an important and vital role with the strategy as well. And so I definitely wanted to pick your brain on that. But last question, bro, and we're gonna wrap it up. What would you say just to anyone that's like on the fence, right? They've seen my videos, they've seen you, and they're like, man, I want to work with this guy Dylan, but I don't really know him. I don't know if I should do it. It's kind of a lot of money. What would you tell that person right now?
Man, I would just tell that person like, go for it, man. There's no reason why you're still on the fence. The reason why you're still getting the same results that you're getting right now is because you're not taking the actions necessary in order to propel yourself to that next level. Because if you are going to be there already, you would already be there, right? And Dylan has the sauce, he has the skills, and he has the expertise in order to be able to help your business scale, right? So, for anybody on the fence, like I said, stop looking at making content as a cost and start looking at it as an investment in yourself. And you're going to look up 6 months later and your business is going to be completely different, where you're going to have peace of mind knowing that money is no longer going to be an issue. You're going to have peace of mind knowing that people are going to be reaching out to you instead of vice versa. You're going to have peace of mind knowing that like you're building a big influence in your community in your specific niche, right? So I love working with Dylan. I'll vouch for him 100 times over, and I know if you have the chance to work with him, you're going to be able to get the same results, if not better, because I know he's also getting better every single day. So that's what I would say to that question, brother, and hopefully I was able to answer it for you.
Yeah, man, that was amazing, bro. Hey, Abdul, I really appreciate your time, brother. Genuinely, you're a rock star, bro. You're crushing it. You're gonna have much bigger month stuff to come in this next time horizon. So, I really appreciate your time, bro. Really to take the time out to do this, and yeah, man, I'll see you on the YouTube, bro.
I'll see you on the YouTube, brother. Well, you have a great one, and I'll see you guys. If you guys have any questions, you want to hear my personal opinion, I'm sure Dylan is going to tag me. You can feel
100%.
free to reach out to me and just be able to genuinely connect with me and I'll be able to ask me some questions before you reach out to Dylan, if that is something you want to do as well. I want to make myself open to every single one of you.
100%. Appreciate you, Abdul. Have a killer one, bro.
You too, brother. Take it easy.